Good morning. My name is Marie Lagoya. I'm your holistic health counselor. It is October 2nd. It's Wednesday and we're in the kitchen. This morning I'm going to show you how to make some raw pumpkin puree. So you might ask, well, why do I want raw pumpkin puree, Marie? Well, the benefit to that is you're going to have those wonderful enzymes that are intact. Enzymes are catalysts to the body working properly, and specifically digestive enzymes are catalysts to our food being digested and us being able to absorb our minerals and the food breaking down properly. Without enzymes, we simply can't live the way we're supposed to. Our bodies just do not function the right way. So, the best way to have enzymes in your body, outside of supplementing with a good enzyme supplement before you eat food, is to eat raw foods, because enzymes are only found in raw living foods. So today we're gonna use a pumpkin and make some raw pumpkin puree for you. And the awesome part is it is much quicker than making the cooked pumpkin puree. And also, on top of the enzymes, it's versatile. So you can use the raw pumpkin puree in raw desserts or raw soups. You could also use it and bake with it. So either way, and you're going to get some fabulous nutrition from the pumpkin regardless. It's a great source of beta-carotene. That's the vegetarian source of vitamin A. And we need that antioxidant in our body to help fight those cancer cells. So what you want to do is you want to get a sugar pumpkin. I went ahead and I picked up mine at my local farmer's market. And you want to, I have it already pre-cut, so you want to cut it in half. And you see the little stringies and the little pumpkin seeds, they're falling out there. So you want to scoop those out with a spoon into a bowl. So I've already scooped them out of this one half, and I've got them in the bowl here. And you want to save those seeds, because you either want to open up the shell and eat the seed raw. A handful of pumpkin seeds is a great source of zinc. Zinc is a mineral that we need for our immunity in our body. Okay? And so then you're going to have, and I already made some. I made about half of the half, so a quarter of the pumpkin. And I'm going to take the rest of my pumpkin here, and what you want to do is you want to find, you know how the pumpkins have those little ridges? So you want to get a nice, good, sharp knife, and you're going to cut into those ridges. I just got a fabulous set of knives about a month ago at Costco, and they're called Pure Comanche. They're wonderful. They're totally worth the investment. They were like 29 bucks. It was great. And they even come with a little case. And I am not in any way affiliated with Costco. I'm just a shopper there. So what you want to do is you want to take your knife and just be really careful, and you're going to cut into one of those ridges. And if you go outside the ridge when you're cutting, it's perfectly fine. I just find a ridge is a good starting point. So then you're going to cut that like this, and you're going to get like a half moon shape, sort of, like when you're cutting cantaloupe. And you're just going to continue to do that. So I kind of start in the middle and then I turn it around. I find that's a lot safer for me to cut that way. And the pieces aren't going to be the same exact width, and that's fine. You're not going for the gold here. You know, you're not trying to make it perfect. You are just cutting the pumpkin. And you're just going to continue to do that until you have the rest of the pumpkin. And you want to take your time. This is not something you want to do in a hurry, because the pumpkin skin is very thick and it can be a little challenging to cut. And you don't want to hurt yourself. It's not worth it. So make sure you have a little bit of time to do this. Cutting the pumpkin is going to be the longest portion of this task. Outside of it, it doesn't take long at all to do. So you just want to be careful as you're cutting. This one is kind of sticking on me. There we go. And then next what you're going to do is you are going to cut into like little cubes. And again, it's not an exact science at all. All the sizes of the cubes do not need to be the same size at all. You don't want them to be too big. But see, these are not, they're not exactly the same size. And I'm just going to cut the rest of these quickly so you can just see me doing this. Let me know at the bottom of the blog any of your favorite pumpkin recipes or things that you like to do. I'm such a fan of pumpkins. They're just so delicious, and you know, you can do all sorts of recipes with them. They can be savory, they can be sweet. You can put the puree into muffins. You can do a smoothie like the recipe that I gave you on the blog. And they're great sources of fiber too, and we just don't get enough fiber into our diets. That's why I love smoothies, because it's an excellent way to pretty much get your fiber for the day, and then you can just go about your business eating what you want for the rest of the day and not worrying about proportions and sizes. And then you don't have to have like a ginormous salad if you don't want to. But if you want to, go for it. Almost done cutting this. Pull that apart. And some pieces are tougher to cut than others, and that's fine. It's just kind of how the pumpkin is. Certain parts of it are softer, certain parts of it are harder. Okay, so I've got all of this here. I'm going to have nice clean hands. And you're just going to put it into the blender. So for half of a pumpkin, you're going to use half a cup of water. If you're only going to do a quarter, then you do a quarter cup of water. I'm just putting that into the rest of the puree that I had already blended. And you really need a high-speed blender to do this, I believe. Perhaps you could do just a smaller amount at a time if you don't have a high-speed blender. I haven't tried it in a regular blender, so I don't know. And the other tool you're going to need for your high-speed blender, other than your lid's really important, is your tamper. So your tamper, for the Vitamix, you know, it's plastic. It's BPA-free plastic. You can sometimes find them if they're wood. And basically what this is going to do is it acts like a plunger, and it's going to push down the food and the water in the blender. So then I'm going to put my water into the blender. And then that was a quarter of a cup, because I did the other quarter. I did the other half of the pumpkin. And I'm going to put my tamper in there. And I'm going to turn it on. I'm going to start on level 1. And then we're going to, I'll gradually turn it up. And you'll see how fast this blends. It's incredible. And it's done. I'll kind of open it up so you can see. See, it's like really smooth and wonderful. So you can use it for your smoothie, and you can make it as smooth or as thick as you want to. If you want to try and make it smoother than that, you can add a little bit more water. I really like that consistency. I think it's great for baking. So tell me if you make some raw pumpkin puree, and tell me what you use it for. Again, please, at the bottom of the blog, list your favorite pumpkin recipes. I know there's a lot of pumpkin fans out there besides me. So you have a blessed week. Just be blessed, be healthy, and be a good steward. Thanks so much.